it moving. This is my letter from overseas. I'm doing good. Now go tell my niggas to pray for me, and I will keep it moving. Man, this is a Rasta thing. Welcome to Transfer Business and News. Today, I woke up happy. There are so many things I've done, and it is keeping me right here, in the frequency of power and abundance. My name is Poku-Hitzfield, Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. And today we'll be talking about Hurricane to Manchester United. Before then, let me praise Wan-Bissaka for the outstanding man-marking job he did on Kairo Mitoma, man. Kairo Mitoma is known to have gone to the University of dribbling and whatever, man. But welcome to the University of sliding tackles. And that is a school that will be started by Aaron Wan-Bissaka, man. Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He did an extremely good job on Kairo Mitoma, and I'm proud of Aaron Wan-Bissaka because prior to this season, most Manchester United fans thought Aaron Wan-Bissaka is not good enough for Manchester United, but he has proved otherwise, produced almost on average, Wan-Bissaka's rating will be like 8 out of 10 every game. And I'm happy with his trajectory, upward curve. And that is what we need at Manchester United. Players that become better through coaching, not players that decline and they keep declining and we keep them at the club. And now we can't get rid of them like the Phil Joneses. Now, let me ask this question. What is Phil Jones currently doing at Manchester United? You see, one of the coaches, I think you guys should give him the under 12 team to coach, because Phil Jones is a lucky man. Phil Jones is the is the epitome of when somebody is in luck, right? Now, for the last 5 years, I can count the number of games Phil Jones have played for Manchester United. And yet, during Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's time, he and his team were even surprised to be offered a new contract. And since then, I think he has played 3 matches more. I don't think Phil Jones have even played with Rafa Varane and Lisandro Martinez. Think about it. Phil Jones. So welcome to Transfer Business and News. And today, the stories that is circulating around UK and across the world is Hurricane to Manchester United. And Hurricane to Manchester United initially didn't make sense to most of us. But the more I watch Hurricane, the more I look at what is happening at Tottenham Hotspurs, I feel Manchester United. Now, so many people want Victor Osimhen, and I do too, right? But then Victor Osimhen, Italian league to the Premier League, we know Hurricane and we know what he can do. He will guarantee 20 plus goals a season just in the Premier League. And then when I think about the fact that he can give us the next 4 years of his prime. Now, people have been talking about age-wise, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, come on, this time around, players, look at Luka Modric, for instance. Modric is around 38 years and is doing marvelously well, right? Look at Ashley Young, for instance. So I feel Hurricane dropping in sometimes, picking long passes for Marcus Rashford and Anthony, maybe Alejandro Garnacho. Let us look at what Hurricane can bring at Manchester United. And now, I think I'm leaning towards the Hurricane to Manchester United because of what is happening at Hotspurs. And I don't want him to be like, with all due respect to Alan Shearer, scoring so many goals and yet, like, what is the trophies to back those goals? Hurricane is a World Cup Golden Boot winner. Hurricane will give us maximum, maybe more than 5 years or 4 years. But when people keep talking about Victor Osimhen will be here for a very long time, I keep asking them, how many players stay at the same club for more than 5 years these days, right? So if Hurricane can give us 5 years, and in these 5 years, he guarantees 2 Premier League titles. Okay, let's say 1 Premier League title and probably a Champions League. I think his price tag and his age, blah, 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 would have been forgotten, right? Now, Zlatan Ibrahimovic came to Manchester United and did what he was supposed to do. Although in the final at Stockholm in Sweden, shout outs to Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Abracadabra, Ibrahimovic, Mokomovic. Now, Zlatan Ibrahimovic has so many guy names across the world, man. I remember Pro Evolution Soccer 8 when we used to play games all the time, right? And the 2008 version, when Zlatan hits a shot, it's a guaranteed goal, you know. And I remember I used to pick Inter with Zlatan in there and all the boss. Nah, come on, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So shout outs to Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Of course, he keeps going and going and going. But unfortunately, this weekend, as he was warming up, you know, he got injured again. And I watched a video of Zlatan where fluid was being drained out of his knee. And I'm like, come on, Benjamin Button, man. I know you are 41, you can keep going, but the body is telling Zlatan that every good thing comes to an end. And his time playing football has also probably come to an end, right? But then Zlatan is Zlatan. Charlie, shout outs to Zlatan Ibrahimovic again. And he came to Manchester United, did his bit, you know, won as the Carabao Cup, won as the Europa League, although he was injured for the final, you know, he did extremely well prior to that. I remember the game against Sociedad, was it Sociedad or Celta Vigo? No, against Celta Vigo, Marcus Rashford scored the late winner, man. Now, speaking about Marcus Rashford, on Sunday, I was a bit disappointed, but how can I be disappointed with my guy, man? You know, I feel his reaction time sometimes is not quick. You know, when he loses a ball, he walks off, and that is what I don't like to see about players. But Marcus Rashford, 28 goals this season, and I'm glad he's finally back from injury. Probably the injury is causing this a bit of reaction time, which is a bit more. But, you know, I'm happy. Now, Monday was my birthday. I came here shortly. And 2023 is the year of power and abundance for Ghanaians, for Africans. And I'm urging every African youth, I'm sending much love to every youth in Africa. Our year of power and abundance, Africa's unity is upon us. I've been saying this every time on the show. Now, catch me on Friday on Uncensored Friday. Let us talk about spirituality. Let us talk about Africa. Let us talk about Africa's spirituality and how it can help us live in abundance and bring back the power that preserved this beautiful continent. My name is Poku-Hitzfield, the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, and I'm sending love to every youth in Africa. This is my letter from overseas. I am doing good. Now go tell my niggas to pray for me and I will keep it moving. That is the music that started the show on Transfer Business and News. Today is 26th April 2023. April is my birth month and I had a blast. Although I'm a very private person, I prefer to celebrate my birthday with not more than even 5 people, man. It's just a few section of family, and you know, this is me, man. Probably because of my background in Jehovah's Witnesses. Although I am spiritual now, I'm no more a Jehovah's Witness, because what I've realized growing up spiritually is that spirituality unites, religion divides, right? Religion divides humankind. You know, Christians, Muslims, even amongst Christians, even amongst Muslims. And you think about the fact that everybody speaks a different language, but then everybody wants another group of people to call God the same way they call God. In Chi, somebody will call him Onyankopon, Obi befriend Ototurobonsu. In Ga, Atana Nyungo. In Ewe, some people call him Mawu, right? In Nigeria, some people call God Olorun, Olisha. Spaniards call God Dios. French people call him Dio. We call him God. Maybe you call him Krishna. It is because we speak different languages. But then, you know, sometimes Religion has become the tool of division for Africans, for Ghanaians, and for the global citizen. And those are the boundaries the new Ghanaian, the new African, the new global citizen see beyond these things, right? And we will unite our continent, and it will get to a time if Africa is united and I can move freely through Africa. I may spend 2 nights in Zimbabwe, Harare. I may decide to, okay, should I spend another night in Zambia? Or should I go to Cairo and watch the pyramids? Or should I be in Libya for 2 days? Or maybe Freetown, Sierra Leone, Dakar, Senegal? Or should I travel to the Horn of Africa, Somalia, Mogadishu? Africa's unity is upon us. Let me send power. Let me send abundance to every youth in Africa. Roma no se hizo en un día, siempre un paso a la vez. Rome was not built in a day. We are changing the narrative of Africans. We are changing the narrative of the black man worldwide. Our consciousness is now here. We know who we are. We know how powerful we are. So we are coming for everything that belongs to Africa. We are coming for everything that belongs to Ghana. I'm leaving you with power and abundance. And I've been here for 15 minutes, right? Let me add a few more minutes. Now, tomorrow we'll be playing against Tottenham Hotspurs at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And Manchester United need to go there and walk over Tottenham Hotspur's stupid face. Chaka, 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 chaka. Now, those who are cartoon lovers may know where I got this quote from, right? Have you watched Gru before? What is the name? Gru, right? Gru, just Gru, you know it. He said, I will walk over your stupid face. Chaka, 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 chaka. And that is what I want Bruno Fernandes. No. Speaking about Bruno Fernandes, man, he got injured and his wife posted something on her Instagram story, right? And Bruno Fernandes embraces. I don't think he'll make the hospital trip, man. Another injury to Manchester United. Another injury to Manchester United. And we can't wait to get rid or to pass or navigate our way through this purple patch, because that is what it is. It is what it is. Injuries are just a purple patch, and our manager, Erik ten Hag, doesn't take injuries as an excuse. So we fans, we are like our manager, Erik ten Hag. Much love to Manchester United manager, Erik ten Hag. He has done an extremely good job. But on the June the 3rd, in the finals of the FA Cup, the Manchester Derby, I hope we can get a few more players back. Maybe Rafael Varane is back, man. And let us go to that game thinking this is Manchester belongs to Manchester United. City are just our noisy neighbors. That is why of late I lean towards City a bit, because it's like even when City wins stuff, right? The jollof they will cook. I don't know if UK people like jollof a lot, but the food they will cook, we might hear the aroma of their jubilation. At least it is in Manchester, right? So now I lean towards City a bit when they are playing games, because I want them, when they win, even if Manchester United are not winning and Manchester City are winning, there are families in Manchester that probably the dad is a United fan and the mom is a City fan. So, it is still joy in Manchester. Shout outs to the people of Manchester. Shout outs to every Mancunian. I feel like a Mancunian because I've been supporting Manchester United for a very, 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 very long time. Over 20 years of my life, I've been supporting this beautiful club. But then I love Ghana. I love Africa. And Africa's unity is the most important thing in my life. But then I always talk about football. Football is my passion. So I'll be leaving you guys in a bit. Let me talk about Wan-Bissaka again, and let me talk about Diogo Dalot. Wan-Bissaka is doing an extremely good job, man. And this is even the areas people perceive Wan-Bissaka to be very weak at. He has built upon those areas, those key weaknesses. Now, his attacking play is much better than Diogo Dalot now. Unless you don't watch football. When Wan-Bissaka is playing as the right back at Manchester United, his attacking play is way better. He dribbles, he plays 1-2s, he is going to the bar line, crossing the ball, and I'm like, is this Aaron Wan-Bissaka, man? Because this guy, everybody thought he was done and dusted, but this is life, right? When people think everything else is bad on your path, wake up from your slumber, dust yourself, and be like, here I go again. And that is the spirit I'm living to every Manchester United fan this morning. I'll be leaving you guys in a bit, very, very, very soon. I have very, very important things to do. Although being with you is as important as everything else, everything at a time. And I'll be leaving you guys. Catch me on Friday, right? Same time, 9 a.m. Let us talk about Africa. Let us talk about African spirituality and how to move this continent, this beautiful continent of Africa, forward. This is our time, right? It is not tomorrow. It is not next week. The time of Africa's unity starts now. And on Friday, on Uncensored Friday, I'm going to bring the AU into context. I'm going to bring the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. We need to have a conversation. I'm Nana Poku-Hitzfield, the Ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. Catch me on Friday. Friday, we won't talk about Manchester United. It will be solely about you and I, man, black people of this beautiful continent. Chichicha, I'm leaving you with power and abundance. See you on Friday, okay? Or let me finish it with, I think I need to finish this section with music, right? Yeah. So Larry Gaga, Black Sherif, right? Larry Gaga and Black Sherif, Letter from Overseas. Now, if you don't know that track, hey, Massa, oh, yo, so Letter from Overseas.